Witchcraft accusations remain a pervasive issue in the Gambia, often leading to grave human rights violations, including violence, stigmatization, and social exclusion. These accusations target vulnerable groups, particularly the elderly and persons with disabilities. According to findings by the Truth, Reconciliation and Reparation Commission, a particular disturbing incident occurred in 2009 when nearly 1,000 individuals were arbitrarily detained and forced into confessing to witchcraft under duress. In the post-TRRC era, the Women's Association for Victims Empowerment, with support from the United Nations Peacebuilding Fund, the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, and the United Nations Development Programme, has been leading a series of community engagements in areas affected by the 2009 witch hunts. During their recent visit to Basse URR region on Friday, 23 May 2025, a representative from the Governor's Office, Musa S. Conte, emphasized the harmful consequences of witchcraft accusation and reinforced the national call for never again, a commitment to prevent the recurrence of such abuses.
Today, we gathered here to address a grave injustice. That has plagued our communities. For far too long. That has plagued our communities for far too long. That is what we call today as witchcraft branding and violation of victims' rights. This flag is rooted in fear and superstition. Our soul families are harmed and subject victims to violation. Humiliation and deny them dignity and respect they deserve. The tragic history of witch hunting in the Gambia particularly on the past region has left deep scars on our society. Many of our elders, respected figures, in their communities, were falsely accused. Abducted and subjected to inhuman treatment. Some were even forced to ingest some harmful substances. And we all know what happens when they ingest these substances. That is one leading to lasting physical and psychological trauma. As representative of the governor of URR, I stand before you today to declare that such injustices must not or must never be allowed. To continue, our region, as you all know, is known for its unity ngalon ne kambe ngobe jam and resilience adum nyaato ta fanan kakel and therefore must always continue to lead adum wo nyanta kelale kuti membe ta nyaato dron dum no wona foti wonde hunde yara yeso tan ko faw the way in protecting the rights of all victims regardless of age, gender, background and status. Pour enen fo ndare farataji bonnanori di no artide taw hay goto e meden farata mo bonnanga. Ladies and gentlemen, musol ni kewol, let us remember me ngan hakkilo to enen fo mi jode that fear should never dictate our actions. Wata kulol kokko e ha wadde ko en fota wadde silamo kanan nyaati din kula men manya. Superstition should never override. Kafo kata ni mukuleti me yalo ko jalambato ma jinna kuolle ma be kanambula kula memanya. Injustice. Akana kuke me yalo ko silake. And no individual ado hanimo kini neddo kala e hore mana. Sul anyanta. No individual should never be denied. Momo ila farato ila nyanto manyango balila. Whether it is in URR here, hanatara Gambia e URR janne or beyond URR. Or URR e bantal. Must never be denied their fundamental rights. Nyanto e manyanne balila la netto fo farata ma fotaka hadede e der Basse do ma cha yawti e der Basse. Based on unfounded accusations. Tawa tuko a tumatan hunde de andanta wana gonga. I call upon our elders that are still here today. Ko abenna ke ba melbe jabe kilila. Religious leaders, especially the imam and Catholic priests. Dina nyaton ko re imbe yeso dina. Students also. Ako karambuto dindungol students and jangobe sukabe. And every noble citizen of URR. Kala mo andanta ko abito URR do ka mawdo kendi fa. To live without fear. Tawa awona e galle ma awona e tunduma bulani itarila dulato isatara iman sinam. Our dignity must be upheld. Na lodula wo nyanta lonnale. Garde meden no fota ande. Where justice prevails. Kala ka anduda ya luwa no foti darade ande.
Similarly, Mariama Cisse, program coordinator at WAVE, screened a documentary featuring the stories of victims of witchcraft accusations, giving voice to their experience and highlighting the long-lasting impact of such abuses. Meanwhile, Philip Gomez, a representative from the National Council for Civic Education, and Peter Che, magistrate of Basse, also addressed the gathering. Both speakers underscored the harmful effects of witchcraft accusation and called on community members to take proactive steps in rejecting such practice and promote justice, inclusion, and dignity for all.
So some of these people who were in this documentary, a lot of them has passed away because
ko mo jama ngamenje ni video to jang ko jama dol fangol fatale say won mantara baluri hebe ko jidon o video do hande hebe be mayino sabe murani
because of the false concussion that they were given, which led to them having deteriorating health condition, which most of them were not able to survive it after they were released.
We ila be tumano e tumane bonde hersa e nder dura mabbe tunduji mabbe hersa ko be fawago wobbe be wontani be nyaw kila be yuti ton be arti e wawani wurude ko boyita hebe maye mo jama me yalan ko yetu mini na malo ani menkete la tundo ko molkeje nyame ika men fo ibala woe malundi baake fo jama be nyil kono bibi wolte baluri.
So the impact is very, very big, and it has affected their children, affected their businesses, affected their communal relationships. Some of the women in this video were unable to go to markets, they were unable to attend functions, naming ceremonies, just because of how segregated they were.
Ako kabrinyin ko keta nyilla modol be je musol kewol ibe busina sole lana dol ka wafuro le ko susu musol ayebe batandi me yaron ko dol fangol diye wafuro ke labangola mo bu ka fen sang ibulu ike tumile yeje sido ka e mankarije nyimu buwale fe mo fen ibake kan abe lanjuru te ani la soto fango abe lanjuru yimbe ko yidon do wobbe no ton ko be yeey no be wobbe ko yahay marché yeeya ko nyaamete ko sakkiti gila dum wadi be arti e wawata yeeyde kadi ko kala yido be ewata sowdo o ko buwani o tumande no ha e do mabbe kabe rewi fo hersa e der galle mabbe hersa e der saare mabbe hersa e community mabbe dum hadi bebe ayi wurani sa be mayi.
But we thank God for the TJ process, which started, and the TRRC was able to highlight some of these things that happened, which we had so many of them who actually participated and registered with the TRRC, and there were recommendations given by the TRRC to the government, which we are doing right now, which is part of the implementation for sensitization and awareness raising on the psychological impact of witchcraft branding and how it has negatively impacted people.
Okay, alkaje komin TRRC kabiri alota ko bi anata kule dada mole ko janyini jamale fa ifutate maleke yininka albeya je dolba ko la je imani rano ni si soto aranata ke TRRC la doko anila katako banko kan ye yimbeta ya documentary pour no me malon bi salon bata men ketani la ifanan saje isalon ifani ule yake ni TRRC ani modol kafuta nyoma ka banko di mol ke karandi ka londi mbela ko munebe keri wole wo lodula ni fanan yole ka inata kantara na duladu na tundol to kan karandi so sai dum do fo wadi ko alla e TRRC gila be ari be natuno be lando yimbe habe yibe fop goto be landi be sinano dum be wobbe mayano en wona Gambia ha mayne en andata wono tu wadi e der leydi ni kono TRRC adita yayi walli yimbe landi be fo goto en fo yi cadele ko be hebe gurdam mabbe do be mayde.
And we are very thankful to our international partners, which I would have to acknowledge, who are here today, because this documentary they have been with us from the start, supporting us in terms of documenting stories, going into communities, making sure that we have the resources to be able to reach to the people and ensure that there's actually a shift in the mindsets. There's actually a change in dynamic of behavioral of people within their community when it comes to witch branding. And we have them here today. Mercy, if you want to stand up just so that people will see you, from UN, United Nations.
United Nations. Akamen fo wole muko abe tempuro ni jairo konan tambala na mako lalbu melialo international lo memmanke banku dingoti inata kam mako kanyin ko dada fa bete ata ka ke documentary mbesi si ka jube nyame ngafam wol dol be jambo ta UN le woni mun musoti wo be dado kono meli yin ko be dada kanati ka itantella wo wiya mo jarna yimbe dantanno do arbe andanta wana yimbe do ko international ben dari wallibe wan o video ji wan di documentary ji wawe mo inede ha fo wawa yide ndara janga fama e der bu ko dum wadi o debbo dari wondo do o ko der ben woni wallube TRRC wallube leydi di ha wano di yalta e kene enen fo jodo de ndare fama.
So, as part of the recommendation of the TRRC, it's for these activities also for civil society to work with the National Council for Civic Education, which is one of our great partners we've been working with for years, and which we have in person here, Philip A. Gomez. And he will be talking about the TRRC recommendation when it comes to witchcraft branding and how best we can collaborate in our communities.
O wi wodi yimbe wonbe be ara haddaro do haala kono dum woni wano TRRC beda wadi o haaju pari hon dum be windi andina en hon won recommendation ko andanta enen fo en jodo wotane do wiye ko dum do men jabi dum do woni men jabani dum aray kono goddo no do on ara to daro do haalna en dum do kadi honno fu korta ha gasida pour TRRC ko rabo fama no ko woni TRRC fama si araw inde nyande anda on dum wiata mi jabanda mi jabata
mimba ke la wona ni ci ngamu society ko no moy sensitize so mimba ke kan woni dum man tan
ko dum pour tam moddude naate ni galleji men naate ji cabe men naate sukaabe men andi nembe ko dum wadanno dum wadi ko sensitize to on tigi anda tawa wattata
what si fane ma ke ngam
dum be ano wadde gam
ni aji be la baata ke
sana yimbe tampino hebino do cadele mawde
hani won bantabi
hashi be mai han
ila fami hani ka bi basora
be kure mabbe de no landi balla
ibo basala
be kadi do tan
mun be batani la
mon dum tampinta
itala dawoda
kala ka be yayi
umma ko be bala
dum biete nene kari ma baba kari ko wa
ite ko be sunda
what
ite bolo ko sekundari
anko atawa ko balme kunna imba
iko da on ko mboal
be ka ma da ko bua
iko fama mboal
be bamma ko bua
iko bi bamma mboal
na bi nene ma ko
now the question is how do you feel
honno an hal na honno wadata honno
abo ko ya ba ke ay society ko
dum lobina ma sakta da mati pour nata e der yimbe sa
abo ko ya ba ke yele nyan to ta ma society ko
sakta da makadi hay farata jiba e der sare ya naba
bawo le nyan to ti nyan
ka bo ni no farata ma on
so na ko nyam
kala ko wayno
community engagement
committee ji o yimbe sare de nattine e der
amay na dal na janda ma
wata haado e der o
an ngamu so ko no mani
ki baro galle to eden kadi yawtina o kiba
ni no ko be so TRRC mo ni na ni ala ki jara ko famen ba implement
recommendation di TRRC addi e leydi ndi Allah jabi yaltina di fobe halana yimbe be di taro
because the society na bambo luwa bambo
leydi Gambia ko leydi luwa
so na ko ni na ma ko ti ma ti no ba je ala ko
remember we're talking about accusation of witchcraft amongst ourselves
kono wi do en kanya wana kerna yo ka en tanta e de sare immo tamia o ma ko de ko kuwa ko na tibula to famo ko ana manke moro mon si signore buske ba ko do no be ci abaye abara ko moro ke ya mo si ko la ko imani be kwale o be ka.
So what I want to talk about is the fact that these accusations, most of them are mental.
Ako ala kamen fora wale ni tumiro be kule ni yalo mo hakilo rode kadira mando.
I'm coming out of frustration.
Anu wati kama ikatara mo ikota kule la ibeme kela ikota miyale la ibeme kela ikora la
When people are faced with particular difficulties,
dome ni kole ako la dangro wo to ini go di help in that out of nowhere ada mi do tan na tan ada wonde frustration ko da ya ya ko ma mo ko wa ta hala ta ala ka
for example,
we
are in a polygamous society. Imagine you having 3 wives or 4 wives. One of the wives is having a child. For example, the second wife is having a child. The second wife may likely blame the first wife. Or blame the third wife. She can say that there is all my children. That there is all my children. You know, they say that here that they chop people, that they eat all people. The people are dying. How do you eat them all? So without the Marabu even, we still have witchcraft allegations in our society. The question was asked here, how can we solve this problem? I expected every hand seated here to be up. To say we need one thing, which is community engagement. We need people in the various countries to sit and have a dialogue. To say this witchcraft thing in this village should come to an end. We have a council here. VDC. You have a responsibility to engage. You know, people die very slowly every day. Some of them is victimization. is stigmatization. Because they are so worried. They have raped a 9-year-old child in your community. And destroy her womb, which she can never have a child. And they come and talk with you, we say, okay, may Allah forgive all of us. Because we are refusing to engage in things that affect us. So meetings like this is a wake-up call. For us to take independent responsibility. Never again seem to be in the combo. Never again is here. It's with us. What can you do in your own small space about it?